Hi, this is Hannah from Sound Live Sports Network. Tonight we bring you the Wesco Girls 3A matchup between the #1 state-ranked Lynnwood Royals and the #6 state-ranked Edmonds Woodway Warriors. Here's Keith for the play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Hannah. We're getting ready to get the starting lineups going on here at Edmonds Woodway High School. The Lynnwood Royals and the Edmonds Woodway Warriors, a 3A matchup. And it means first and second place outright in the Wesco 3A. Alongside me, Maddie Neely, Sierra Higgins, and a couple of athletes that have played in this Wesco in their high school careers. Sitting next to me, it should be a fun ball game. I'm looking forward to this one.
Should be a fun one.
And we start with the Lynnwood Royals. They have torn off 4 in a row against Shorecrest, Shorewood, Mount Lake Terrace, and Meadowdale. And their only loss of the season in that 16-1 record came to Todd Beamer back in January 19th, a 55-43 loss to the #3 in the 4A standings in the state of Washington, Todd Beamer. And Edmonds Woodway, they've ripped off 5 in a row. Their only losses were to this very same Lynnwood Royals team and #9 Blanchette. And we'll get ready to announce the starting lineups and some analysis after the national anthem. National anthem honors going to the Edmonds Woodway High School Band under the direction of Jake Bergevin, the band director. And now we're set for tip-off here and a little hoop action. Maddie Neely, let's start with you. Edmonds Woodway, a year ago, you helped them get on to the state tournament. This is familiar confines for you. What does this Edmonds Woodway team have to do to stay with Lynnwood tonight?
It's really important for Woodway to at least keep them off the boards, make sure they rebound, and get back, because the Lynnwood team loves to run the court, so get back on defense. And then also it's really important to stop Michaela Pivick, who will rebound and put back anything, so got to box her out.
Sierra, mentioning Michaela Pivick, you know this Lynnwood squad, she is going to be, probably got to be the go-to girl for the Lynnwood Royals.
Oh yeah, last time they played him, she had 33 points and 17 rebounds. So for Woodway to win, they're gonna have to keep her off the boards and watch her at all times.
These two teams have met once before back on January 9th. 80-47 was the final. Edmonds Woodway falling to Lynnwood. And Edmonds Woodway has not beaten Lynnwood since Lynnwood moved initially to the 4A conference back in the 2012-2013 season. Did not play in 2011-2012, and quickly out with it are the Lynnwood Royals. The starters for the Royals: Riley Walsh, 5'8" sophomore; Jordan Edwards, a 5'10" junior; Michaela Pivick, 5'10" junior; Kelsey Rogers, 6'1" sophomore; and Danny Hayes, a 5'4" senior. Absent from the lineup, normal spot, is Monty Cooper, the junior. Moni Jackson with a foul early on. It'll be her first personal foul. And now they get it into Edwards. She'll reload, top of the key. Fresh shot clock, of course, after the foul by Jackson. And now goes into Edwards, down in the corners. Hayes with it. She steps, and it is a travel violation, although she hit the bucket. Maddie Burdett diving at her.
You know, this Lynnwood team is an all-around team. They not only can hit from the outside, but they like to take it in. So they're gonna have Woodway's gonna have to play some good defense.
And now the full court man-to-man pressure. They get it into Claire Fife. Now back to nobody. Right into the student section behind us here. And already, Sierra, that full court pressure by Lynnwood, it's going to pay dividends.
Oh, yeah, they're going to need to watch their turnovers, definitely. That's going to be a huge factor in this win today.
There's Walsh now, top of the key into Edwards. They dump it down to Pivic. It's triple team now, brings it out. Right-hand dribble drive. They try to kick it out. There's Hayes with the long Jimmy. Got it from the corner. A three ball, and on the board, Hayes. And right back, quick shot, no good. Edmonds Woodway will reload. Maddie Burdett, 5'7" junior. Natalie Casper, a senior, at 5'10". Claire Fife, a 5'10" senior. Moni Jackson, 5'3" junior. Emits and a putback. Fife can't get it to fall, and it goes off her shoulders and out of bounds. Good defense that time by Rogers. Rounding out the starting lineup for Edmonds Woodway, Moni Jackson, a 5'3" senior, and the sophomore Missy Peterson, tipping the height chart at 5'10". And those are your starting lineups. Into the corner it goes, right back. They whip it around the key, long three. Got another one. This time Riley Walsh drops a triple. And one of my keys to the game for Edmonds Woodway was to get out to a fast start. And that honor goes to Lynnwood. There's Moni with a little kiss of the glass. And Jackson's on the board. This is going to be a track meet, guys.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do. Both teams are going to want to take it in. I mean, granted, Lynnwood keeps hitting from outside, but they're going to want to take it in.
Jordan Edwards, downtown, pops one. And three triples and a blossoming lead, 9-2 now on 3 field goals made. Here goes Casper, right-hand runner, no good. She walked with it. And Edmonds Woodway, a couple of shots that didn't fall early, and now the turnover bug has bit him a bit. Edmonds Woodway winning their last 5. They'll have Shorecrest next Friday and then Glacier Peak on Monday. Huge game against the Grizzlies back on Monday. Another 3 this time. It rattles around. It grabs some iron. And Moni Jackson has to grab the ball. And Edmonds Woodway, frankly, guys, they just look a little scattered.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have to get it together this first quarter and get this lead back. Watch the open shots from Lynnwood, definitely. Get out on the 3 ball.
There's a 3 for Edmonds Woodway. It's Casper missing. Hits the far side of the cup and off. And Riley Walsh will bring the ball up into the corner to Hayes. Now out to Edwards. 3 on the way. She hit the last one. Back irons this one. Gets her own rebound. Fife trying to chase it down. And Hayes now will settle in. Here's Edwards. Pump fake from 10. Got it. Runner. Beautiful shot from Jordan Edwards, already with 5 tonight.
That was she took a nice 3-pointer, followed her shot, and got it right back. They're going to have to box her out.
Over to the sophomore Peterson, now to Jackson. This game on everybody's radar, including in the North Division, and only a week away from how the district matchups will be. Here's Fife, and she gets hammered and walked with the basketball. So 3 trips, 3 traveling violations. Edmonds Woodway's got to settle down just a little bit at some point here.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think they're coming out a little too excited and aren't getting their feet under them yet, but they'll get there.
Burdett loses the ball, but then Moni Jackson right there. Here's Burdett. Pivic with the block, and out of bounds it goes, and that shows some athleticism. Michaela Pivic, holy smoke.
Oh, man, she's arguably one of the most athletic people I have ever seen, to be honest. She's not only a basketball player, she's a track star, just all-around athlete. I wouldn't want to go up against her.
Monty Cooper checks in and replaces Walsh for the Royals. Here's Jackson now, has Edwards guarding and the man-to-man pressure, top of the key. Now up to Burdett. Dump it down into Peterson. She'll elevate right hand. Made that one look easy. Missy Peterson. 11-4 now.
You know, I was at their last game, and the Warriors had a really hard time getting it inside. So now it looks like that's what they're kind of focusing on here. They've only taken, I want to say, 2 outside shots.
Michaela Pivick with that right-hand dribble, get into the triple team, but able to split it and got up for the foul call. She will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair of fouls. That against Moni Jackson. Her second personal foul as Michaela Pivick hits the free throw. Her first points tonight. And this trip to the free throw line brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. And the second one up and rattles in. 2 free throws for Pivick. And Woolley, Kate Woolley, a 5'4" senior. Junior. I should know that. Checks into the ball game now. And now they go up and over everybody. And it's a turnover. They had the long ball. Should someone be able to throw it to Missy Peterson streaking down the backside there. But nobody saw it. Now to Walsh. And Riley backs it out to Jordan. Now over to Hayes. Dumps it down under, stolen away. Peterson with it. And she's just about as good an athlete as we talk about Michaela Pivick. How about Missy Peterson?
Oh, yeah. She's also, I think she was first team for volleyball. She played soccer. She's got hops. She's everywhere.
Here comes Pivick now. 2-on-2 break. Gets into some pressure. Tries to dump it down underneath. Cooper with it. Gets it blocked away. Now up and off the mark. And into Woolley's arm. Long pass to Jackson. Has to go over her back to get it. And stolen away by Hayes. Team speed as Monty Cooper goes in, barreling in. Right back to Pivick, and now a foul on Burdett.
Yeah, they're really going to have to keep Pivick off the boards. She is very, very solid on her free throws, so that's going to be killer tonight.
I really have yet to see a real flaw in much of any of her game, free throws included, Sierra. It's Pivick to the line. Hits that free throw. She's 3 for 3 tonight. And now a timeout on the floor. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here on the Sound Live Sports Network. Keith Neely, Maddie Neely, Sierra Higgins, and Hannah Gradwall alongside. 3:01 first quarter and a 10-point Lynnwood lead. And so far, my neck's hurting. It looks like it's watching ping pong as much as it is watching basketball. It's so fast.
Definitely. They're going to have to keep up this pace. Lynnwood right now has all the balls in their court right now, so Woodway's going to have to turn around this next quarter coming up.
And Maddie, I know team speed is one of the assets that this Lynnwood Royals team has. Do you think Edmonds Woodway can equal it?
I think Edmonds Woodway can match up. Moni's fast. We got Maddie Burdett, Missy. They're all fast. They get back. The only problem is they keep throwing it away every time they are back with the fast break.
This free throw up and in. Pivick now 4 for 4 from the stripe. Brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. They get the ball into Burdett. Now Jackson will split into a triple team. Now a 3-on-2 break. Dumps it down underneath. Pump fake up with the left hand. And score. And Casper gets her first bucket of the night. But just as fast as can be, Edmonds Woodway having to retreat in order to get something done. There's the turnaround jump shot, no good. And tipped in by Maddie Burdett. And they're going to give it to Cooper. Monty Cooper on the board.
Just give her the points. Bird needs the points.
Those are the kind you like, right?
Man.
You guys both played this game at the Edmonds or Everett Community College. How often do you get a freebie like that?
Never.
They have got to keep Lynnwood off the boards, though. Their boxing out right now is really poor. They're getting second shots, third shots, fourth shots. They need to box out right now.
Foul will send Monty Cooper to the free throw line. That will go against Maddie Burdett. Or excuse me, that's Missy Peterson, her first personal foul. And back to the line go the Lynnwood Royals. They could be shooting all night at this rate. 4 fouls to 0 as Cooper hits. Brought to you by Edmonds Sports Academy already. A 12-point lead with 2:10 to go, and we barely into this first quarter. And up and off. Rebound will go to Peterson. Cooper with the miss. And now Edmonds Woodway is going to have to get something, if anything, started. They're going to have to stop the bleeding in some way, shape, or form.
I think they need to slow it down. They're getting a little too excited still, and they just need to be patient and set something up and get a good open layup because their shots so far haven't proven themselves.
You talk to head coach Everett Edwards of the Lynnwood Royals, and he'll, of course, talk about his team speed, but he always says that defense first, and it leads to offense. And we've seen that here so far tonight.
Definitely. I agree with that completely.
And now a shot underneath, no good. Rogers can't find the distance, and now here comes a Jackson runner into the ball game. Keitra Jones for the first time tonight. There's a little transition running, fast break offense, and Cooper makes it look easy. She's got 5. And another timeout on the floor. This time a full timeout with 1:25 to go first quarter. Edmonds 6, Lynnwood 20. We'll take a break on the Sound Live Sports Network.
If you've been wanting to get back in the game, whether it's basketball or just improving your fitness level, Edmonds Sports Academy is the place to go. Edmonds Sports Academy, believe in the power of play. Call them at 425-772-1901.
.125 left to go first quarter here at Edmonds Woodway High School on the Sound Live Sports Network. And the lead, 14 points for Lynnwood as they come out of the timeout. And Edmonds Woodway just coming out honestly looks deflated.
Yeah. They are really going to have to figure their stuff out and start getting inside and at least drawing some fouls. It's still 4-0 on the foul or the foul count.
Sierra, you can't sugarcoat this if you're a coach. If you're head coach Rebecca Wells, what are you telling your squad in the huddle?
You know what? I would tell them to cut down the turnovers. They're just being way too quick. They need to concentrate on just passing the ball, easy passes, nothing too crazy.
A long ball, long three from Missy Peterson taken away, and then Jones throws it away once again. Edmonds Woodway, you're absolutely right. The turnover bug has bitten them hard. There's the three by Edwards, no good. Long rebound and a travel after falling on her back. That was Jordan Edwards, rather. It was Caprice Boston with the shot, the sophomore, and Pivot back in will replace her. And Riley Walsh, an early starter in the game, will come back in also. So all the starters now on the floor for the Royals. Here's Jackson, beats the double team, and quickly back are the Royals. You're not going to get them sleeping very often.
Oh, no. They're always on their toes. They're always ready for everything with their athleticism.
Jackson 3, leaves that one short. Fife with the rebound, puts it on the deck, and a foul call. And you get the sense that Claire Fife kind of took a deep breath there and said, finally, I get a call.
Yeah, you can tell that they're getting a little frustrated. They need to get it inside and keep putting it up through these people and try to draw some fouls.
Pivot picks up her first personal foul. Fife to the free throw line to shoot the 2 foul shots. And hits the first one as it settles in nicely. This trip to the free throw line by Fife, brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. And Fife misses the second one almost. Gets her own rebound. A narrow miss there. Probably caught a little bit of the body of Michaela Pivot. Otherwise would have sliced through there and grabbed that rebound. So 24 seconds now. Most likely a last shot for Lynnwood.
Yeah, Lynnwood's pretty smart. If I were Lynnwood, just waste 10 seconds and then get a quick shot inside. 7, 6, 5. There's the long bomb, in and out. And will there be a second chance shot? 0 and no. There will be a travel call, and that will be the end of the first quarter. All Lynnwood through 8 minutes here at Edmonds Woodway High School. They take the lead. 13 is the lead, and we'll see what Edmonds Woodway can do to grab the equal coming back on the Sound Live Sports Network.
People assume quality car insurance has to cost more. People assume too much. The truth is, drivers who switched to Allstate last year saved money and got better protection. So get the facts, because you know what they say about people who assume. They pay more for car insurance than you and me.
To see how much you can save on car insurance and much more, call Jeff Smar. Jeff's office serves many areas including Lynnwood, Edmonds, Bothell, and Mountlake Terrace. He can be reached at 425-949-7103 or jeffsmar@allstate.com.
20 points for the Lynnwood Royals in that first quarter of play, and that's a lot. That's a lot in 8 minutes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Lynnwood shot some three-pointers in this first quarter, so that really got them a good lead. So now Woodway's going to have to make some smart shots to get back in this quarter.
Michaela Pivick alters the shot of Claire Fife, and a foul called underneath on Missy Peterson. That'll be number 2 on Peterson. And I thought Claire might have gotten the body, but evidently Pivick got the ball before the body contact. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it, but if you want, Missy's not the person you want to be fouling right now, so they got to watch for that.
Over to Hayes now. Looks in, finds Rogers, kicks out, long ball down in the corner, and they'll rotate it back out through Walsh. Underneath, it's Pivick, a nice little no-looker, and up and in. And it all started with the dribble drive on the baseline by Michaela Pivick.
Oh, yeah, they're going to need to cut that baseline off. Pivick's going down baseline most times, so got to cut that off.
22-7 now. Here's Casper. Looked at it at the 3. Now into the corner it goes to Jackson. Crosses a long pass along the baseline. Now they'll kick it out to Jackson. She'll load up for a 3. Got it, Moni. Drops the triple, and that's going to help you if you can get her in some kind of rhythm out there.
Once she's hitting, she is hot, and that hopefully is really good for their momentum.
Danny Hayes misses on the long iron, and out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Walsh for Lynnwood, and Edmonds Woodway will have to go against that brick wall zone press. Actually going into a man-to-man press now. And now they'll finally get it into 5. Stolen away by Hayes. Over to Edwards. Misses that one. Gets her own rebound. Kick back out to Pivick. She'll put it up with her right hand. You're going to have to find an answer and somebody that can break this press, and it's Moni Jackson right now. Jackson to Casper. She'll load a 3 up. Bam! Down it goes. And now you're trading triples out here. 13-24 with 6:12 to go. Hayes now back to Walsh, into the corner to Edwards. Trying to look in to find the big Kelsey Rogers underneath. And now a foul called on Rogers, pushing Peterson underneath the hoop. And that's one of those first couple times, I think you mentioned it, Sierra, where there was no blocking out. That time you got 3 bodies on them, and it works.
Exactly. You have to box out every time, so they're not getting these second and third shots like they have all first quarter. They did get a couple this quarter as well, but they're doing a lot better job this quarter boxing out, that's for sure.
They got the chance at the long ball. Now they'll finally find it. Peterson has to go up about 7'4" to try to carry that one in, and it goes past her and out of bounds. 5:57 to go. An opportunity wasted? Perhaps. Had a chance to get it under 10 points now, back into single digits with just under 6 minutes to play here in the half, the first half of play. We'll kick it out to Edwards. You can't leave her alone top of the key. She'll do that. Edwards, her first 3.
Whoa, no, that's her.
Second 3. Yeah. She hit one to open things up and has 8 points.
They have to get out on her on that 3-point line. That's her strong suit, too.
Another turnover right back to Edwards. She'll put it back up. First girl in double digits tonight is Jordan Edwards.
Man, they're going to have to stop her. They're going to have to get out on her. She's an all-around player, and they need a good defender on her.
Here's Fife. She'll attack Cooper right to the cup. No, blocked. And now it'll be Boston bringing it up. Little scoop with her right hand. Got way deep in the key. And Edmonds Woodway still trying to match the speed of the Lynnwood.
Woodway honestly looks tired. They need to pick it up. They are letting them just run down the court and just they're really not even trying to get back anymore. They're just letting open shots go up. They need to get back.
That time a missed shot by Casper on the left-hand side.
Foul called against the Royals, number 33.
Fife with the offensive rebound, and that foul will go against Danny Hayes, her first personal. Claire Fife to the free throw line. She's been there once before as 1 for 2. Make that 1 for 3. After the miss, Woolley will replace Jackson in the lineup. Both Jackson and Peterson with 2 fouls apiece. Nobody for Lynnwood in those 3 fouls is in any kind of foul trouble.
It's kind of scary. Sorry. It's kind of scary to have Moni and Missy in foul trouble because those are the 2 best ball handlers on the team, and they both can basically do everything.
31-14 with 4:47 to go and a timeout on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And it gives us a chance to kind of run down how things are shaping up pre-district. Of course, that's a week from now when we start getting into district time. But the state of Washington in that 3A class has got a logjam. It is a really tough, very tough 3A class. And it starts right there at the top. Lynnwood Royals 16-1.
Yeah, well, with Lynnwood being first, they've only lost 1 game, as we know, to Todd Beamer. But other than that, from Wesco at least, we have Edmonds Woodway at 6, and then we have Glacier Peak at 7th. And Glacier Peak was hanging in there with Lynnwood for a while. It was only a 2-point game, so that will be a good game. But I don't see anyone beating Lynnwood anytime soon.
3 of the top 10 in the state of Washington out of the Wesco 3A South division. Quite remarkable, especially considering that Lynnwood and Edmonds Woodway, 2 teams tonight, were in 4A a year ago. There's Danny Hayes, misses that shot, no good. Woolley with the rebound, up to Peterson, has that knocked away, but she'll take on the 3-on-2. Goes up with the left hand, and puts it in, and that's what Peterson is so good at, is a coast-to-coast move.
Missy, when she wants to turn it on, she will turn it on. There was multiple games last year where she won the game for us. So she's someone that Lynn was going to have to watch out for.
4:07 second quarter now. They dump it down underneath the Rogers. Stolen away by Peterson. Can she do it again? Right hand dribble, pump fake. Now up with her right. Gets fouled and heads to the free throw line. And she did turn it on. 2 times in a row, 2 trips. This time she heads to the free throw line.
You can tell she's mad. You can tell she wants to take it in every time, and that's what's working for her. She's got to keep taking it in.
Cooper with the foul, and Peterson can't hit the free throw. This trip brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. 3:59 to go. Second free throw is up and settles in. So 5 points for Missy Peterson. And rounding out that 3A, number 2 Bellevue is 16-3. West Seattle 16-2. Lakeside out of Seattle 14-1. Wilson down in Tacoma 14-4. And then you get Edmonds Woodway, Glacier Peak, and then Ferndale. They're kind of the wild card. Of course, they are not affiliated with the conference. As another 3 by Natalie Casper. That's 2 for her now. She's got 8 points and a timeout on the floor, another 30. And we'll take a quick timeout on the Sound Live Sports Network. 11-point lead, Royals with it.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students, to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 3:25 to go, an 11-point Royals lead. They've got the ball and have had the lead the entire ball game. And really just look like they have everything working for them against Edmonds Woodway. It really is not much of a weak link, if any. Hayes with the 3. Left that one long. Casper rebounds. Into Peterson. Gets bumped by a little bit by Edwards. Edwards, a solid defender. And now into the double team. Long and lanky runs the court. Out to Woolley. She gets deep into the key. Up underneath the 5. Beautiful pass by Kate Woolley. Deep in the paint. Knew she was drawing the double team and just pumped it right down to Fife for the 2.
That's exactly what they need to be doing. They need to be taking it in and dishing it out. That's what's been working for them.
Another turnover and now a foul call. A little aggressive, perhaps, was Monty Cooper trying to get that loose ball.
Foul called against the Royals, number 3, Monty Cooper.
Cooper, her second personal foul. Hayes and Boston exit. Rogers back in along with Pivick. It's almost stolen away there. Edwards just hounding that left-hand side. Burdette back to Woolley. And hits her in the chin there a little bit. There's 5, jump pass and a beauty. But Royals come up with it. I'm not sure Peterson knew it was coming. Cooper, coast to coast.
Monty Cooper for the Royals.
Cooper's got 7. 2 minutes to play now here in the quarter and the half. 33-22, the lead back to 11. That's a foul. Cooper will pick up number 3 and most likely will be her exit before the half. I can't imagine they're going to let her get 4, a chance to get 4 fouls.
No, she has got to watch her fouls. She's being a little too touchy down low. Got to stay straight up. They're going to need her in this if this game gets any closer.
Minute 54 to go now. They get the ball in to 5, turns and spins. Beautiful move right in on Rogers. That's a tough shot, and she makes it fall. 8 for 5. I'm not so sure she wants to try that one twice.
I don't know if I would.
Minute 37 to go. Edwards now out top of the key, being guarded man-to-man by Moni Jackson. 2 extremely good players out there top of the key. There's the 3. Boom! Riley Walsh with another 3. She's got 6 on 2 field goals from downtown. And another turnover. Here comes Pivick. 1 on 3. Heck yeah, take it in. I'm putting this one right in the cup.
So
and that's
easy.
how she could kill you. She makes it look easy, absolutely.
You know, as soon as she gets the ball down low, it's going in. She will find a way to get it in.
That's why they have to keep her off down low.
Casper launches the 3. Got another one.
Wow.
Natalie Casper has hit 3 straight 3s and has 11 points now, leading the Warriors in scoring. Here comes Peterson. She's got Jackson running on her right-hand side. A little scoop, little kiss off the glass, and a leaner. And Missy Peterson's got 7. Edmonds Woodway will not be denied. Pivick step back, rolls off the cup. Here comes Peterson once again with 30 seconds to go in the half. Walsh on her. A little Euro step and maybe a little 2 Euro. And a walk call.
I don't know about that. I think she just took a slow step and it kind of looked like it foul. I disagree.
Hayes replaces Rogers with 24 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. What are you looking for here, Sierra?
I think that they're going to do what they did last quarter. They're just going to slow it down and take that last second shot.
Whose hands do you put the ball in?
Pivick's, no doubt.
Here's Edwards over to Hayes. They're looking for Pivick. Casper's on her now. They'll kick out to Edwards. 3 on the way. Back iron, no good, and the tip will not count. Pivick had an excellent opportunity for a last-second tip-in as the buzzer sounded. Edmonds Woodway trying to claw their way back into this one, only down 9 points now, 29-38. As we get ready for the Action Jackson halftime program. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network. Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the Westco Conference are playing? Who won the game last night and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on westcoathletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches so you know it's accurate and up to date, making westcoathletics.com the place to view official scores, schedules, standings, and photos for all the schools and all the sports in the Westco Conference. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and check out westcoathletics.com, the official website of the Westco Conference.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.
People assume quality car insurance has to cost more. People assume too much. The truth is, drivers who switched to Allstate last year saved money and got better protection. So get the facts, because you know what they say about people who assume. They pay more for car insurance than you and me.
To see how much you can save on car insurance and much more, call Jeff Smar. Jeff's office serves many areas including Lynnwood, Edmonds, Bothell, and Mount Lake Terrace. He can be reached at 425-949-7103 or jeffsmar@allstate.com.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
We're at halftime here at Edmonds Woodway High School. Edmonds Woodway drill team, number one in the state a year ago, showing what they got this year. No doubt trying to defend that title here in a couple of weeks. At the half, 38-29, Lynnwood by 9 points. And very comfortable must Everett Edwards be in that locker room right now, Sierra, as he's got a 9-point lead and his team's pretty well mid-season form.
Well, I wouldn't say he's too comfortable, though, because they need to stop those threes from Casper and Moni. So they're gonna have to do something with those three balls to keep Woodway out of this game. But on the defensive end, I think they are fine. They just need to stop fouling, for one. And then for two, this press is just going to be huge for them. They just got to keep getting steals out of that, and then they should be fine.
Maddie, a bit of a rally for Rebecca Wells' team as they came into that second quarter down a ton, and they were able to make up some ground to get to the 9-point disadvantage right now. What is Rebecca Wells drawing up? You've been in that locker room a year ago. What's the strategy coming out here against Lynnwood?
Well, I can tell you for sure they're going to be talking about boxing out. That's what was working for them in that second quarter, and they need to keep it up because once they started boxing out, they pushed it up and they got some open shots. And if I were them, I would keep doing what works best for them right now. And so feed Natalie for her threes, and then keep taking it in and dishing it out or drawing the foul.
An even Steven game there in that second quarter, 18 points apiece for both teams. So the 9-point lead, exactly what it was when we started things. Unless I've got my math all incorrect here, I'll have to draw it up again. Let's go down the scoring here on the Action Jackson halftime report. For the Warriors, notably absent from the scoring is Maddie Burdett. I don't know that she'd had a shot yet today, not even a field goal attempt. They're led by Natalie Casper, who has 11 on 3 balls. Also has a lay-in, a left-hand lay-in in there also. Claire Fife has 8 points. Moni Jackson has 5. And Missy Peterson with 7 points. For the Royals, Riley Walsh with 6 points. Monty Cooper with 7. Jordan Edwards with 10. And she's lit it up with 2 3 balls also. Michaela Pivick with, I've got her down for 8. 11. Of course it's 11. Missed one there. And hit perfect from the free throw line. 4 for 4. And then Danny Hayes hit a 3 early on also. Kelsey Rogers with a deuce in there. And right now that's your scoring, 38-29. As Lynnwood now comes out to start their warm-ups, as does Edmonds Woodway. We'll take another break here. One final word on the Action Jackson halftime show on the Sound Live Sports Network. 38-29, Lynnwood on top. Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.
Edmonds Woodway High School band setting the tone here as we get ready to start the second half of play. Edmonds Woodway, number 6 in the state of Washington, against the number 1 ranked Lynnwood Royals. Lynnwood has had all kinds of success over the last couple of years. Edmonds Woodway has faced them 5 times. They've lost all 5 the last 2 years, including the matchup at District a year ago. And right around the corner is District. And they're doing things a little different, and I'm not entirely sure I have a complete grasp of this. It used to be the Wesco North and the Wesco South would play against one another in the first round, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, etc. on down the line. And the 8 teams would then go in a regular double elimination bracket. This year, you draw ahead of time, and it's the number 1 overall in 3A. We'll play the number 8 overall as they kind of combine the bracket. So it's not what, Sierra, you played at Jackson, what you were used to as a Timberwolf. I know what Maddie was used to as a Warrior. So going into district time, you really don't know until the very last day what you're going to face come district. Is that any advantage or a disadvantage, do you think?
That if number 1, let's say Lynnwood is playing against an 8 seed team, that is going to be a huge advantage for Lynnwood because they're just going to sweep through that bracket easily. So I don't know about that. I don't know why they changed districts like that.
Well, we'll see how all that shakes up. And of course, a week from today, the final games are on Monday. These 2 teams play Shorecrest or Glacier Peak on Friday, and then Shorecrest on Monday for Lynnwood. Turnaround by Rogers. On the left-hand side, gets that big frame turned around and puts the right-hander in. Nice little 5-footer. And then the Friday, Monday for Edmonds Woodway is Shorecrest on Friday, and then Glacier Peak on Monday. And should Edmonds Woodway fall here tonight, is Peterson up on the feed by Jackson. Peterson with 9. Should it go like it has been for the first 2 quarters, and we're not saying it's going to, as Edwards sets up a 3. Beautiful rotation on that 3 ball, and it goes in. Talk about looking easy.
Yeah, they have got to stop that 3 ball for Edwards. That's her 3rd or 4th 3 tonight.
Her for 3, yeah.
Yeah, so that they need to cut her down on that one.
There's Jackson, gets in against Rogers, tries to attack the trees and will not come away with anything. Here's Pivic, and that one hits the bottom of the iron, somehow grows claws and crawls up over the top. And Pivic has 13.
Man, she makes it look so easy.
And now a turnover, and Pivic will pick it up, and she'll take a little scoop in. Misses that bunny underneath. She'll want to have that one back. Now Moni Jackson, and again, coming out of a long break, Edmonds Woodway flustered. Casper to Burdette. She'll step back a 3. Back iron, no good. Edwards with the block out on Casper. Now Hayes to Pivic. And top of the key to Walsh. They'll reset. So should this game go like we think it will, that game on Monday, Edmonds Woodway Glacier Peak, has huge implications for that number 2 spot in the Wesco South. And of course, we don't know what that's going to mean in districts. There's Jackson. She'll put a 3, steps into that one, count it. Moni Jackson.
For the Warriors.
Her second 3, and she's got 8 points tonight.
Yeah, they're really gonna have to stop Moni on the 3 ball. Same with Casper. That's gonna kill Lynnwood tonight.
Another really important person that they need to be stopping is Maddie Burdette. I know she's not hitting right now, but as soon as she starts hitting, she's unstoppable.
Out to Walsh on the swing pass. Rogers, top of the key. That's going to be tough to stop. If you can't get out and stop the 3s, and then you're able to get it into that zone, the middle of that heart of that zone, and Rogers can turn and put one in, it's going to be a long night for your defense. Moni Jackson, another 3, keeps him in it. 11 points for Jackson, 3 triples.
You were right. Once she's on, she's on.
10-point advantage now. Edmonds Woodway will have to come back and try to stop the Royals. A couple of stops here. Pivic goes into the block. Peterson straight up. Wanted the call, won't get it. Missy on the run. And the runner off the glass, no good. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go back to Edmonds Woodway.
No, I think it's a foul on Claire Fife over the back.
And they do call a foul. Initially, I saw an out of bounds. Tipped away, but Fife will get called with it. That'll be the first personal foul for Claire Fife. Leah Bakken comes in for her first time today, a 5'9 senior. And Caprice Boston re-enters for Lynnwood.
Leah Bakken's incredibly athletic. I think she can battle down low. That's pretty important for the Warriors on defense.
5'9 against 6'1 Rogers. We'll see what that means. Pivic leans back. Easy.
And that is so easy for her. They got to stop that baseline drive.
Always can appreciate athletes that look so smooth.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what venue they're in or what sport they're playing. When you got an athlete that makes whatever discipline it is look so incredibly easy, you've just got to sit there and be awed by it. And there's a shot and an offensive foul on the illegal screen, I believe. Oh, they call that against Casper.
Claire Fife.
No, Claire. That was on the illegal screen. That's her second personal foul, yep. So 2 for 5, 2 for Jackson, 2 for Peterson, although they quieted their fouls down. The only one in really any significant trouble here early on third quarter is Monty Cooper for the Royals with 3. Picked up a couple tacky ones.
Yeah.
There in that second quarter. Edwards with the long 3, no good. This time blocking out is Bakken. Wouldn't let her get that second shot. Over to Casper, and again, that long frame of Jordan Edwards can cause fits for offenses. She's so quick, so long, so agile.
Yeah, she has an incredibly quick first step. So once she's going, you know that it's hard to stop her. She's going to go all the way.
Hayes down into Cooper, spins in, trips up just a little bit, and Moni Jackson comes away with it, being guarded man-to-man now. Danny Hayes moving those feet, long back door to Casper, short corner jump shot, back iron. And it's Pivic who comes away with it. Perennial double-double lady.
Coast to coast.
And no on the foul make. We'll go to the free throw line, and Peterson will go back in.
Foul called against the Warriors, number 13.
They have to get back, and they have to watch those fouls on Pivic. Like I said, she is a solid free throw shooter. She's going to make most of her free throws. So
of course she misses this one.
Okay, I'd like to introduce you to the broadcast jinx. Sierra, that's what that is. I think I invented that. Pivic back to the line to shoot free throws, brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. And leaves that one short, gets her own rebound.
I did jinx her.
And Cooper will go up, no good, gets her own rebound, and out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Peterson of the Warriors. Pivic out, Rogers in.
Now that Pivic is out, I think the Warriors really need to take full advantage of that, although Kelsey Rogers is a pretty big body down low.
And maybe seeing the mismatch or sensing the mismatch. That's a 2 just inside the line. Boston.
For 2 for the Royals.
And now the lead expanding just a little bit, 14 points. Edmonds Woodway has not gotten a bucket in the last 4.5 minutes. Very tough defense now. Peterson to 5, back out top to Jackson. She'll dribble drive right hand, back outside. And tipped away. Boston got a hand on it. In comes Walsh. Has to go the offhand. Cooper with the rebound as the jump ball call, an outstanding call and a tough one to make.
Being a ref myself, that's a really tough call because you don't know if it's a travel, if it's a jump. But that was a good call, and that was a good take too. But good defense.
30-second timeout. Edmonds Woodway will head into the huddle. They call the timeout. I want to see what they can do. Pivic did not waste any time on the bench.
No, he's getting her right back in.
And what do you think Coach Edwards saw there to get Pivic back up off the bench so fast?
Well, I mean, just being the player she is, and she is so athletic. She really doesn't need more than 30-second break. She can just get right back in. So, and she's a key player, so I don't think he wants her out too long.
She commands attention.
Oh yeah,
you've got to be aware of where Michaela Pivic is on the court.
Definitely, all the time.
Every second of the game. 2:17 to go here in the third quarter of play. 14-point lead for the Royals. The lead, I believe, if I wrote it down right, was as much as 16 points early in that second quarter. And now I think you've got to fire somebody off. See if you can get the long ball. Moni Jackson, a softball player, has the weaponry. We'll see if Peterson streaks. They lead that direction, but Jackson wasn't looking that way. And now Jackson will dribble in and finally get it to Woolley. Across the pass into the bleachers. Woolley tried to get it back to Jackson, but the turnover.
Do we know how many turnovers Woodway has?
I don't have it written down. No.
Yeah, if Woodway wants to win this game, they have got to cut down these turnovers.
Yeah, they seem to be a little flustered here. They need to kind of slow it down again like they did in that second quarter.
Foul call now against Kate Woolley as Pivic heads to the deck.
Foul called against the Warriors, number 3.
A minute 56 to go. That's only the first foul call on Woolley. Third team foul for the Warriors. Into Rogers, step back, high arcer off the glass. She's got a nice stroke for 6-1 and gets that elevated. It's a jump shot. It's not a set shot. And Edmonds Woodway, as you mentioned, Sierra, right now coming unglued. Turnover after turnover. That's 3 straight trips.
Yeah, they got to cut those turnovers down to win this game.
Not out of it yet. Only down 15 points, but you get much more than that. You give Edmonds Woodway too much more, or Lynnwood too much more of a easy cushion. There's the three, and that might have done it.
For three, number 3.
I'm gonna correct your math there. It was 16 points, and now it's
now it's even.
points.
Yeah, now it's 19. From bad to worse. And now another turnover. Nope, Fife comes back with it. Kick out to Peterson. 3 on the way. High arcer. That'll nicely settle in for Missy Peterson, who has 12. Pivic right back to the cup, right hand.
Just like that. They have got to stop those back and forth shots.
18 points. And right now, struggling to find any kind of defense. And then that's the 3rd turnover in a row for Kate Woolley. Struggling.
Man, I'm surprised Pivic didn't just go up and dunk that. I think she probably could have.
17 points for Michaela Pivic. Not quite on pace for her 33-17 that she had in the last meeting. And that one slapped away. Rogers with the swat, the big paw.
Maddie Burdette back in for the Warriors.
And Burdette will check in for Jackson.
Jackson doesn't come out very often, but I guess from what I've heard, she hurt her arm later this week in practice, so that's kind of been bothering her this game.
Good take by Claire Fife to draw the body of Kelsey Rogers. And you're going to have to start scoring points with the clock stop. Now Boston will get the foul. First team foul for the Royals here, and it comes with 25 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play.
Danny Hayes back in for the Warriors.
5 to the free throw line is 3 for 5 tonight. Couple of dribbles, settles in. Hits the back iron, 3 for 6. And Fife will put it back in. Fife has 11, so Edmonds Woodway trying to make a statement and stay in this thing. 17-point Royal advantage. Hayes back to Edwards. A lot of space as they try to overcorrect that zone rotation. That time she missed. It doesn't often. Pivic for the rebound, falls back and is fouled. And I believe she will go to the free throw line as the clock expires. And that foul will go against Kate Woolley. Her 2nd personal foul.
4th team foul for the Warriors.
Michaela Pivic.
It looks like to me that the Warriors are putting Kate box and 1 on Michaela Pivic, and they were battling back and forth down low, but looks like Michaela came out with it.
And she will pick up the pair of free throws, has 19 points, and that will be the end of the 1st quarter. 62-43, Lynnwood on top of Edmonds Woodway. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students, to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Lynnwood Royals in charge of this one. 62-43, the final stanza. 8 minutes back on the court. And I have to ask you guys, you both play at the community college level, college basketball. Take Lynnwood Royals and put them in your league. Where do you think they finish?
I would say they'd finish top 4.
Yeah, I mean, they are a solid team. Like, I know it's only high school, but still they could match up both college players. They're young, though. They are young, but they have the talent. They really do.
And in we go. And no doubt some of these players will move on to play at the next level as Rogers gets the entry pass from Hayes. And the lead expands now to 19 points. Woolley Right-hand dribble, gets it knocked away by Hayes. And right into it, we had to see those cat-like skills going over the table there. That was you, Maddie.
What can I say?
Hayes now with the entry pass. That one right back into the bench. Here on the Sound Live Sports Network. Keith Neely, Maddie Neely, Sierra Higgins with you the whole distance. Jordan Edwards is not slowing down one bit, nor has Michaela Pivick. Stops in a pop.
Man.
And that's really all you got to say is, man. And just be impressed. She'll get it right back, turn around, same shot. This time draws iron. Peterson with it. And Missy Peterson has had a couple coast-to-coasters. Here's Casper now out to Woolley. Down in the corner, Burdett with it. 3 on the way, left that one short. Fife had a chance at the rebound. But right over the top is Michaela Pivick, not illegally, but just has the athleticism to get up over the top of Fife.
Yeah.
Now stolen away by Edwards. And that one in the bottom of the well. And finally Michaela Pivick. And right now all the white jerseys are standing still.
They are. They're just looking around, seeing what will happen next.
Well, for Lynnwood, their offense, they are moving the ball. They are working this defense like crazy. And you can tell they are tired. They aren't even getting back. And they're not even getting the ball off the court.
Woolley picks up her 3rd personal foul. Pivick to the free throw line.
I jinxed her, man.
Misses that one.
Man, she's going to be after you after this game.
I know.
And a timeout on the floor. A full timeout with 6:32 to go. 66-43, Lynnwood with the lead. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the Westco Conference are playing? Who won the game last night and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on westcoathletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making westcoathletics.com the place to view official scores, schedules, standings, and photos for all the schools and all the sports in the Westco Conference. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and check out westcoathletics.com, the official website of the Westco Conference.
If you've been wanting to get back in the game, whether it's basketball or just improving your fitness level, Edmonds Sports Academy is the place to go. Edmonds Sports Academy, believe in the power of play. Call them at 425-772-1901.
Kayla Pivick back to the free throw line to try to increase this lead. Already 23 points, make that 24 on the made free throw. And I've got her down for 22.
Yep.
Leading all scorers, Monty Cooper back in, along with Leah Bakken, Moni Jackson, Maddie Burdett, Natalie Casper, Claire Fife, all in the ball game for Edmonds Woodway. They get it to Fife. Back out to Burdett. She'll put a 3 up. Yeah, that time got one down.
That's what she needs. Because once she starts hitting, she will be, knock on wood, because apparently the jinxing thing's going around, but she usually starts making her threes.
And quickly, head coach Everett Edwards, although an expansive lead, did not like something he saw, Sierra.
Nope, putting her right back in like he usually has this whole game.
Maybe disappointed with the space that Maddie Burdett had there. She could have taken another 2 seconds and still gotten that shot off.
Yeah.
And with 6:15 to go, you don't want to get lackadaisical and let a team kind of sneak back up on you, and that's how upsets are made.
Yeah, but from experience, I have never seen Lynnwood give up. They are always running, no matter what the score is or what the lead is. They just want to make it even bigger.
District's right around the corner. These two teams obviously at the top echelon of the Wesco 3A conference. And I imagine for the same reasons that you're talking about not giving up, Maddie, for Lynnwood, they like to keep going. Edmonds Woodway has got to dig a little deeper than they have here in the first 3 minutes of this this quarter and not give up themselves. See what you got left in the tank against some of the best 6:06, Pivot, top of the key now. Edwards back to Pivot. She'll look in against the zone defense. They swing that ball around. Hayes with a 3 count. It just comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
It's raining down.
And it's huge because if you look on the stat sheet, almost every single player on Lynnwood is contributing on the score sheet, and then Woodway, you have just a couple players here and there that are scoring, so that's huge for Lynnwood as well.
How do you like depth?
Right.
That balance, that depth.
Yeah.
Every coach would love to have that kind of depth. And there's Rogers, spins one up and in. And then Jordan Edwards, pump fake, and travels with the basketball. The band out of nowhere.
That was a little uncalled for.
Love that travel call. 5:25 to go, 70-46. Wow. And now a conference over on the table after the travel. And I'm not sure if they're talking about where the ball will be inbounded. Nonetheless, Edmonds Woodway will have the leather right in front of the Royals bench. And Coach Edwards not going to waste an opportunity to talk things over and do some teaching here. And I don't know if they called the timeout. No, they're going to talk to the band about the same thing that got us a little baffled with the big horn blast there after the travel call. Here's Burdette. And now Moni Jackson with 5:20 to go will bring it up against Jordan Edwards.
Oh, my God.
And then another steal. Cooper taps it away. Edwards back to Cooper, right hand. No, can't get it. Pivot right there for the rebound every single time.
Yeah.
Comes out of seemingly nowhere and puts a tally in the rebound column.
She just has that patience, too. She's getting triple teamed, and she still has the ability to just stand there with the ball and wait to see for the open player. So she gave him plenty enough time to foul.
Here's Cooper, pump fake, draws the defender away, and then buries the jump shot. Monty Cooper has 8 points. And you're right, Sierra, every single Royal tallying in the sheet that's gotten into the ball game. Riley Walsh, 6, Cooper, 8, Edwards, 16, Pivot. Pretty much every chicken scratch there's known to man in the score column. I got her for 22.
22.
Kelsey Rogers with 11. Caprice Boston's on the board with 2. Danny Hayes with a pair of triples has 6. And then Casper gets a Cooper foul. That'll be her 4th.
She is a hacker.
Number 14, Kelsey Rogers, first personal.
If I were the
That
Warriors,
goes against Rogers.
Yeah,
It looked like the way that Cooper was looking at the referee, it was on her.
well, then that cancels out what I was going to say.
Casper, you can still say it. Casper hits the free throw, brought to you by our From the Stripe sponsor, Edmonds Sports Academy. Make that 2 free throws. 13 points for Casper, matching her number on her jersey. And now backing things out with 5 minutes to play, or just under 5 minutes, Lynnwood will take a different stance. And that stance is a turnover right to Claire Fife. Goes up with the left hand, draws the body in the foul. That'll go against Edwards, who is on her heels trying to defend. An excellent anticipation steal by Claire Fife.
Number 4, Jordan Edwards, first personal, 13 foul. Claire Fife at the line, shooting 2.
Fife has had a pretty good ball game. Largely at the free throw line. Buries that one.
Yeah, she's doing what she needs to get into the key and get the ball up and get fouled. And that's exactly what the Warriors need right now. If they're not going to be doing anything else, that's what they need to do.
Between free throws, Fife looks over at Missy Peterson and gets the information from the bench and hits the free throw. Fife with 13. 5 of those from the stripe. 4:32 to go now, 72-50, 22-point lead. Edmonds Woodway already eclipsing the meeting of last game, has 47, and that's that turnaround. And Rogers, it does not look like an easy shot, but she certainly hits more than she misses.
Yeah.
Here's Fife, top of the key, stops, and she traveled. Tried to look down at where her feet were, see if she could get a 3 in, and took an extra hop.
It didn't look like one, though.
She did put the ball down. I think he may have missed that.
I think he might have thought she jumped first instead of dribbled first, but I don't know.
Yeah, a little confused.
Oh! Pivot wrap around pass to Rogers. Say it, Maddie.
That wasn't me. That was this girl.
That was me. That was just nice. That was real nice.
3 missing.
Oh,
quickly out on
Dropped
it is
her.
Jackson. Jackson now with it will back it out. Being guarded by Hayes. Now to Burdette. The dribble in with that left hand. Back it out to 5. Pump fake.
That
up
one
with
was
the
a
right
trouble.
hand that
Yeah.
time.
That one was indeed
Legit.
a trouble.
3:40 to go.
Oh, she's getting frustrated. You can tell. Hopefully she uses it to her advantage.
Edmonds Woodway on Friday will play Shorecrest, 7:15 at Shorecrest, the home of the Scots. And then into town come the Glacier Peak Grizzlies on Monday. Again, 7:15. That's a huge ball game, giant ball game. And a timeout on the floor, a full timeout. We'll take one ourselves here on the Sound Live Sports Network. All Lynnwood, 74-50. We'll be back. Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.
3:26 to go. That's all that's left between an Edmonds Woodway and Lynnwood final meeting of the regular season. A lot of these teams meet each other again in the district playoffs starting a week from today. And we'll see if these two teams end up one another. And there is Pivot. Drops a little 10-footer for her 24 points. She had 33, remember, in the last meeting, 24 tonight. And it's a quiet 24, nothing flashy.
She'll never try to show off or do anything too much. She just plays her own game.
Humble player.
Very coachable. And your best player is also very selfless. And you see Michaela passing the ball on that last little dish, and one that lit up the traffic here on the headsets. It was fun. There's a step back 3, no good. And now it'll be Burdette. Pivic, only 5'10", plays more like about a 6'1" player.
Yeah.
Plays much bigger than she really is.
Well, she can jump about the same height as a 6'1" player.
Down in the corner to Casper. Now Jackson. Quickly out is Walsh on her.
Man, they're spending way too much time on offense. They need to get a quick basket and get back.
Now Edwards will slow things down. Atypical of a normal Lynnwood offense where they like to push everything right down your throat. Now with 2 minutes to go and a giant lead, just try to get this thing over without getting anybody hurt. Into Pivic, and now draws the body and still hits it. Great body control by Michaela Pivic.
Looks like Lynnwood's putting in their bench players now.
With a 28-point lead, that's probably the wise thing to do.
Yeah, get their starters some rest.
And again, the last thing you need right now in garbage time is to end up with one of your key players in some injury situation.
Yeah.
And I believe that Rebecca Wells, Coach Wells, will probably do the same thing. I saw Allie Browning, the senior 5'4", getting up off the bench right before the timeout was called. And likely we've seen the last of the steadies on both rosters, although Casper, Jackson, Peterson back in for Edmonds Woodway, and then Keetra Jones and Allie Browning in for the Warriors. In for the first time is Taylor Fahey, the sophomore for Lynnwood. Second time, Madison Iyer also enters, the 5'5 senior, at the top of the key here guarding Jackson. So a couple of substitutions. Bounce pass to Jones, misplayed. Peterson just overshot her a little bit. There's the long ball by Moni Jackson.
For three for the Warriors.
Three balls, and she's got 14 points.
This game might be a little bit out of their reach, but at least got to cut the deficit here. Cut it down.
Make it a little bit respectable. There's a travel call as Fahey takes a little extra step along that baseline. 1:07 to play now. Sound Live Sports Network and STSPN all with you through the district playoffs. Make sure you follow us. We'll be right there with the Edmonds School District matchups. We'll get you that schedule as soon as it's made available to us. And everything kind of sorts itself out, sifts the sands down through this league play, and we figure out how all this matches up. Little different way of doing things now. I mean, we don't really know how Linden's going to fall into the mix. 30 seconds to play as Sarah Grant brings the ball out now. Here's a bounce pass along the baseline, up and no good. There is the pass to Boston and the shot. That'll be a 30-second shot clock violation. They say it hit the rim,
yeah,
so it will go off
before
the knee and out of bounds, and Lynnwood will get the ball back. Fahey will inbound underneath the Lynnwood hoop. And they'll take the pass over the top to Iyer. Down in the corner to Cooper. Now out top to Grant. And now just playing some keep away.
Yeah.
Edmonds Woodway not going to do much to challenge at this point. Why not? And there's the steal. 1-2-1. Moni up with it. And no good.
Man, come on,
it would have counted had it gone.
That's my girl.
And that will be it. 78-53 the final. Edmonds Woodway falls to 8-2 in league. 15-3 overall. Lynnwood moves to a perfect 10-0 in the Wesco Conference, 17-1, further supplanting themselves atop the Washington State AP rankings, and most likely they will be there until someone finally knocks them off the top of the ladder. We'll take a break on the Sound Live Sports Network and come back with our player of the game. Stick around. Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
People assume quality car insurance has to cost more. People assume too much. The truth is, drivers who switched to Allstate last year saved money and got better protection. So get the facts, because you know what they say about people who assume. They pay more for car insurance than you and me.
To see how much you can save on car insurance and much more, call Jeff Smar. Jeff's office serves many areas including Lynnwood, Edmonds, Bothell, and Mountlake Terrace. He can be reached at 425-949-7103 or jeffsmar@allstate.com.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 78-53 the final here at Edmonds Woodway High School. The Royals continue unblemished through the Wesco Conference, and they do it by beating Edmonds Woodway, the number 6 team in the state of Washington. Number 1 in the state of Washington almost seems easy to you guys anymore, doesn't it, Michaela?
Well, those rankings are nice, but it really comes down to the state tournament and how we play then. So just kind of work towards that every day, and that's our main goal.
Michaela Pivick, our Sound Live Sports Network player of the game, ended, I have her down for 24 points. And we don't have the rebounding totals, but you seem like you just keep tallying those up too.
Thank you. Just try to go after every rebound, and some of them came to me today.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched you play a couple times. I used to play for Jackson, so I played again. Yeah.
I remember you.
So just watching you play, it just looks so easy for you. Like, when you go out there, do you work on your ball handling and everything? Is that like a main thing for you, or are you mostly shooting, or just everything?
Yeah, my dad and I go to LA Fitness a lot after practice and work on my ball handling and shooting. But we do a lot of skills drills in Lynnwood practice, and Everett really has us focus on that.
Yeah, it definitely shows in the game. It looks so easy for you. That's all I can say. We just kept sitting over here, and we're just like, well, wow. Like, you have the hops, you have the handles, everything.
I made some turnovers, so I'll try to limit those next time.
I mean, that's going to happen, though. With you're a key player on Lynnwood, so you're going to have to do some things wrong,
You guys got off to a fast start, something I know that Coach Edwards talks about a lot, especially with defense and how defense leads to offense. You let Edmonds Woodway back into the ball game a little bit there in that second quarter of play. What was mentioned in the halftime locker room after that second quarter?
Well, they were hitting some threes. I know Natalie Casper and Simone are good shooters, and they knocked down a few. I think Casper had 3 in the first half, something like that, and we tried to limit her open shots.
You have a couple more games left in the pipe. One of those is the big matchup against number 7 Glacier Peak. Well, what has there been any talk about the Grizzlies and that matchup coming up here on Friday?
Yeah, we were focusing on Edmonds Woodway this week, so probably tomorrow we'll focus more on Glacier Peak. But we played them once, and it was a 3-point game at halftime, so we know they're a good team, and we kind of went away with it in the second half.
As normal Lynnwood form, it seems to be. Of course, you mentioned the state tournament, third last year against the semifinals and those Gonzaga Prep Bullpups. You don't have to face them again, and right now you are the lead dog in that pack. Has there been any mention towards state, or are you still just trying to keep the reins in on league play in district right now?
I think we obviously are looking forward to state and hopefully get to that state championship game. But we're trying to focus on winning our league, and so we can get the number 1 seed into the district tournament, because that's how we're going to move on.
Michaela Pivick, our Sound Live Sports Network player of the game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
24 points. Almost seems like a letdown after the 33 you got against Edmonds Woodway a game ago.
That's okay, as long as we get the win. Teammates hitting shots.
And you've got it.
Yeah.
So, Michaela Pivick, congratulations. We got the T-shirt. We'll take a picture as soon as we take a break. We'll wrap things up in one moment on the Sound Live Sports Network. Stick around.
Thank you.